Aloha, Rich Halverson here. This is ICS 321. This is video number 2 of fall 2024. And then in this video, I'm gonna quickly cover reinforce some things that I may have missed in the first video, and I'm gonna do the first ZyLabs lab assignment in chapter 1 and show you how to do that, and then the first a server assignment 1.1, because a lot of you have been asking about that. So let me share my screen. All right, so here's the syllabus. And if you go down to, let me first mention, you got to do this weekly engagement thing. Make sure you do that. If you missed this week, no, I was just testing for, uh, looking forward to learning SQL. That's what I want you to leave this course knowing. Okay, that's what that. So good, fine. Just put something there, submit, and now I am submitted. Okay. And if you miss this week, you're gonna have another chance next week. And I don't remember exactly what day I gotta fill out a form, but I need to have had contact with you, and then I check a little checkbox for you, and then you're all good. Otherwise, you get disenrolled. If you get disenrolled and you want to stay enrolled, you got to email. All right, so let's go back to the overview, and I added notes. I have a link down here. Oh, I want to first mention I the link to the playlist is here. So click on there, and if you haven't watched the first video, you should watch the first video. A lot of important stuff in there. My notes, I separated out my general notes for this class, and now if you link down here, click here, and this is what this is all of this up above here is what I covered already, the different tabs of Laulima. Let me pop this out, go something like this. What I added was specific to this class. Now this link goes specific to this class. I forgot about the assignments here. So this assignments tab lists 5 SQL assignments which you must complete on your server. Okay. And they're auto graded. Okay. So make sure you use the auto grader here. Let's see what that is. If you click on that, you see this is the auto grader, fall 2024. And you put your cPanel username and your password in here, and then you click to see that you've done it. So for me, I did it last time, but I'm going to do it again this time. But if I do it last time, this was my login, RICH8321, and then my password. And then I just click test and save it. It auto graded it, and I got 100%. Okay, see, so it checks to see that all these tables are in there properly. By the way, this is the Sequila database. Okay, the first assignment 1.1 is to install the Sequila database on this server. Okay, not on your personal computer server. I have no way of seeing how well you did there, so that's why that's optional. Anyway, so if you go all the way down on the bottom, you see it checks a bunch of stuff. And it goes all the way down to the bottom, and I got 10 out of 10. That's great. So so that gets scored, and now you don't have to do anything. Okay, if you want, you can take a screenshot of this or save it or something, but that's okay. I've got it in my records on the server. So you use that for server assignments 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then the 5th assignment, let's go over here and take a look at the assignments. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then the 5th assignment is a project that you're going to do. And I have to grade that manually, so that's got a little bit earlier due date and so on. Okay, so just to review this quickly, so server assignment one is just creating databases and inserting them full of data, just making sure you got that right. There's a bunch of stuff to set up for databases if there's more than one table and they're interconnected somehow. So that three of those. Triggers are programs. Both triggers and stored procedures are programs in SQL. They're procedural programs in SQL that where you enhance certain regular old SQL functions. Like for triggers, you modify the insert statement for a particular table. You add some functionality to the insert statement, and that is check to make sure something else is correct or is true before you allow it to happen. Or it could also be something like it actually increments something in some other table or something. Anything where whenever there's an insert into that table, this function will do it. Here's another one, and here's another one. So you do three of those, and then stored procedures is a different kind of thing. That's where you actually add statements to SQL. So what that assignment is, and then APIs is here you're writing PHP programs to do things. Anyway, so and then so if you go back to the overview and you click down here, let's do this now. Oh, I did that. Okay, so and the other thing I added was all the ZyLabs must be completed using the MySQL server that I provide for you, instead of installing MySQL on your personal computers or tablet. Okay, so if we look at all the Sequila ones, we have there's 1.6. I'm going to do that today, and then there's looks like there's one here. Is that it? I thought there was two of them. But anyway, okay, so this is so for a lab like this, you do something on your Sequila database, or you do something to your Sequila database, and then you go in there and you copy out some sort of result. Oh no, I guess here you can actually just type. Well, anyway, I guess you develop your you do something on your Sequila database, and then you come in here and you copy it out. Yeah. Initialize. Do we have to do this one too? Oh, this initializes the table. Okay. So anyway, you can do that on the server that I provide. All right. So I've talked about all the important things that we're doing. Okay. So let me go to first of all, let's go to. Okay. So if we go to assignment one, or lab assignment one. So I'm going to do this one here. Okay, I've done it already, but I'm going to do it again. Okay. So so here it says install the Sequila database. Well, you know, I think I can like edit this lab, and I think I will, because so many people, you come in here and you start doing this, and then you start doing this, and then whatever computer you're on, you run into trouble. And there's just all kinds of reasons why you might run into trouble. And one of them is that you're doing this class on your iPad. I mean, he can't. Well, you can install a MySQL server on your iPad and probably do this assignment. I don't know, but in the end, you do something on the server wherever it is, and then you just copy it out and you paste it in here. Okay, so and then you click submit for grading, and then you get all the points. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do today, and I'm going to do this one over again. But first of all, let's go to and so to do it, you do server assignment number one. You do this first one. Okay, once you do the first one, then you're able to just go over here and find the one you're supposed to copy out, and you do it, and you well, anyway, I'll show you how to do it. You have to generate this create table statement. All right, so let's go to my server. Everyone has this, okay? My email address is richardh@hawaii.edu. My server URL is richardh.ics321.org. So I'm going to go to this URL right here, copy, and I'm going to go right up here and I'm going to paste it. Okay, so you are not going to go to this one. You go to yours. And so this is the server, but this is really not the server, but this is the, you know, you could have an index.html page and have a web page here and all that. But that's not what we want. We want, I don't tell you. Okay, I guess I don't put it together here, but what you do is you go up here and you do /cpanel, CPANEL, so cpanel, and then you click enter. Then this pops up, and here you type your username. And my username here would be, RICHA321, and yours is the first 5 characters of your UH user ID. If your UH user ID has less than 5 characters, then it's just those characters followed by 321. And then your password is is the first letter of your last name, capitalized, followed by the first letter of your first name, lowercase, followed by your 8-digit UHID, whatever that is, 8 digits, followed by a percent, hashtag, exclamation. So that's what your password is. And of course, it's this if your ID is this. So that's what I typed in here. I typed capital H, lowercase r, percent, hashtag, exclamation. Then I click login, and here I am. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna let's see. All right. I have the Sequila databases down here. Don't I say that? I must say that someplace. Oh, or use the attached Sequila schema.sql. Okay, so all right. So the first thing you have to do is you have to create the Sequila database. How do I do that? Where do I tell you how to do that? Hold on. I've got to reorganize this. It's down here is what I was looking for. This used to be 2 assignments. This one here. I used to have an earlier assignment where you did all this in an earlier assignment, but I wanted to shorten the number of assignments. That first assignment was kind of too easy anyway. So anyway, I'm down here now. I've already logged in. So and you don't have to do this part. Okay, what this part is the two files that you're supposed to install is this one. This is the schema. This is the definition. This is the definition of all of the database, definition of the database, all the create statements and such. And then there's the data file, and the data file contains all the insert statements, where it inserts all the data into those tables that were created in the schema file. But the problem is there's a couple of things in there that make it so it doesn't install in your cPanel. And what these instructions are to fix those. And instead of doing that, I said, why am I making you do that? I just fixed them and I put them down here. So in the next rendition of this assignment, I'm gonna see how this works. I'm sure it'll work fine. In the next rendition of the assignment, I'm gonna take all this stuff off. But anyway, so we are down here. And so here's what we have to do. First, we launch manage my databases. Okay, so that is manage my databases right here. It's in the databases section of your cPanel. Click there. And then we're supposed to create a new database. Now the problem is I did this assignment in chapter in the first. I did this assignment in the first video, so I'm just going to delete this bad boy here. So it's gone. Now I don't have it anymore. And by the way, if I do this now, shoots. I do that, and now I do the test. I get all zeros. Okay. And by the way, my auto grader is not sophisticated enough. This is because I wrote this. It's not sophisticated enough to remember that the last your highest score. Okay, just each time you do it, it scores it and it stores that score in this table that I grab out later. So for all these assignments, once you get it done and once you get all the points, then just don't do anything anymore after that. Don't mess with it because you got all the points there, and then you'll get all the points. So I deleted that. Okay, so now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new database called Sequila, all lowercase, and the name's going to be prefixed by my cPanel username. So that's what they're indicating like here. But anyway, so I'm going to create Sequila, type Sakila, Sequila, make sure you spell it right. Create database. Boom de boom. Now it's created. Okay, now at least I got a Sequila database. Don't have any tables in there, but I've gotten that part done. And then you go choose the Sequila schema file. Oh, click the import tab at the top. Okay, oh, does it say? I got to go into PHP-MyAdmin. Oh, launch PHP-MyAdmin. Should read that. So go back to the cPanel up here. Find PHP-MyAdmin. It's down in the database sections. It's this one, the first one. Click on that. And now over on the left here, you should see your cPanel username, Anson321. You can click the plus sign if you want to, and you should see just one database, and that's this one. These two here are for assignments 2 and 3, 1.2 and 1.3. This is Sequila. Click on Sequila, and you see there's no tables found in the database and in this database. Okay, so this is the database. There's no tables found. So what we're going to do is now we're going to first I have to do the schema, and that's this thing. Here's the schema. Click on that. Boom de boom. This is the schema. And we see it's just a bunch of create statements down here. Create. And comment in this is a MySQL language. Comment is 2 hyphens space. Hyphen space. That's a comment. And so this is a sidetracking here. What this stuff up here does is and you don't have to know this, but it was commenting this out, commenting these things out. This script was modified to work with PHP-MyAdmin. And then there's some other stuff down below. But anyway, so take this and you want to copy it or save it or something. Here, can we just save it? Let's see what happens if I just save it. Save page as, well, that's okay. I did it earlier because I did it yesterday. But anyway, okay, so that's what I'm gonna save the page as. And I want to hope it looks right. Just take a look at it here. Yeah, it's exactly. Okay, so let's I'm satisfied with that. So now in your PHP you click import, and then you file to import, choose file, and go to your downloads. And the one I just downloaded was this one, schema. And then okay, and then make sure make sure you disable this because we'll learn in this we'll learn later in this class why it can cause problems. And then just leave everything else and then click import. And boom de boom, it should say 43 queries executed. There should be no errors. Okay. No warnings or errors. Fantastic. And now, oh, look at all these tables here. So this is the Sequila database. Okay, you can read about it. It's about films and actors and all kinds of stuff. Okay, and so then now we have to insert the data. So let's go down here and click on this one, and boom de boom, there's the data. Yeah, this is the only thing I commented out here because we don't have to say use Sequila because we're in PHP and we already selected Sequila. So I want to save this again. Save as, save, save page as. That's a good name, Sequila data. And then I'm going to go over to PHP my admin, and I'm in. Oh no, I'm not in anything yet. I got to go into. No, I am. Okay, so I'm in the Sequila data. Just click up here to make sure because sometimes you might be in a table, and you want to make sure you're just in the database because you don't want to when you're doing an import, you don't want to import this into a particular table because then it's going to think all the data goes into that table and it'll be an error. So you want to go back to the database level and do the import from the database. And so now let's pick that data. And again, just don't enable foreign key checks and click import and boom to boom, 61 queries. So now if we go back to click up here, we see that all the tables have data in them. They have records. Okay, so you can click on here and see whatever, a bunch of actors, I guess. So now we've got the two. Now we have the two. We've installed the two tables. That's it. So we're done with 1.1. Well, let's go to the auto grader to make sure. So I'm type in Richard H321. I gotta save this someday. H percent also exclamation point. By the way, you can change it. I should change it. Okay, so now when I test it, it's boom. Now I got all the points. You know, there are all the tables. This checks to make sure all the tables are there, and then it checks a bunch of other stuff too. So I've done that part. I got my 10 points for that. So I'm good. I'm done with one. Now let me go to now let's finish up this one. Okay, what this one is now is let me can I get rid of this? Still fine. I want to let's see what this does. Let's turn it on. I'm gonna try to start from scratch. I tell you what, I'm gonna history. All right, so I want to start from scratch because I want you guys to see what it looks like to begin with. So let me go to real quick here. All right, so I went and put this back the way it was when I first, how it's going to look when you log in for the first time. So what we're supposed to do, we're supposed to create a table in the ZyBooks DB database, which is this thing down here. And we should create a table. Okay, so you can read it, press tutorial button. The default in the ZyBooks DB is the default in the ZyLab database to recreate, we're supposed to recreate the actor table. Where does it say that? Oh, well, anyway, we're supposed to recreate the actor table in here. Okay, so the way to do it is to go to your workbench and right-click actor. So it would be my workbench. Here's my workbench. I've opened my Sequila database here and click on actor right here. Click on actor. Boom, boom. Here we are in actor. And then we're going to in Workbench, select copy to clipboard, create statement. To copy the create statement table into your clipboard. All right. So in the Workbench, we select the actor table, and then we find this statement here. Okay, let's just look. Okay, here's how you do it. Click on this thing, and then you can go when selected, click show create, and this is the create table. I guess it's not in the clipboard yet. So select it all. I think select it all, copy, and then go over to here, and here we're supposed to paste the create table statement here. Paste the create. Okay, so now I've got it in my clipboard. I'm going to say paste. Boom. There's a nice little create table statement. And now I'm going to run it. Oh, I have an error. And so let's see this. I didn't plan on that. Show. I bet I forgot a semicolon. Is there a semicolon in here? Stop. Okay, make sure. Well, let's see if that's it first. Let's go back to here. Let's put a semicolon. This is the end of the statement. I put semicolon anywhere, put it here. And then let's run it again. Oh, it's got a slide. Is over there, and there it is. Okay, tables. Okay, so there, I got the answer right. And so now if I submit the grading, you can see we got 10 out of 10. Okay, so to summarize, you start here. You do this 1.1 assignment. You end up going to manage my database apps. You go here. I'll just go quickly. You're over here. Oh, I can't. It's hard to get back to cPanel, but I can do it too. Go into cPanel. You go to manage my databases. You type Sequila, click create database. I've already done it. Go back. I don't know why it says 0 bytes. Anyway, go back, which is you click cPanel up here. Then go to phpMyAd. And you should see the Sequila database here, but you shouldn't see any tables here. So you click on Sequila database, it should look kind of like this, just that. Click on Sequila databases, there should not be any tables here. And what you do is you go back to here and go down here. And the first thing you do is you import the schema, this, save it, import it up, and then you import the data, save it, import it up. The way you import it up is you go import for both of them. You choose the save the file, choose the file for both of them. Make sure you don't have this checked, and you click import, and you do that twice. And then the tables are in your server. So you should be able to go to this server, this greater thing here, and type in your password and click the test, and it should come up 100%. You get your points. So you're done with you're all done with this. And but you're not done with this. So what you do over here is you get down to the bottom here, and you go back to phpMyAdmin, and you open up your Sequila, and now you should have see all the tables here. And what you want is to create table statement. So click on this, scroll down with selected, show create. There it is. You take this, take the whole thing, copy it, go over here, and you paste it right here. And then you got to make sure there's a semicolon, because as in most languages, this is ICS. Java, for example, it's a semicolon that separates statements. So you got to put the semicolon in there, which usually that's automatically put there. But anyway, and then you run it. You get the right result, and then you submit it for grading, and you should get all the points. And then you are done with this one here. So you can see these are my scores. These are my scores. They're not the whole class. It's just my scores. And you see I got 100% of them on the Sequila lab. All right. So I've shown you how to do the lab in chapter 1, and I've shown you how to do server assignment 1.1. And there'll be more videos like this in the upcoming weeks. Okay. Hope this helps. Thanks for watching.